Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat krupa tamaham vande paramananda madhavam. Reverence to Madhava, the supreme bliss. Blessed by him, the dumb shall grow eloquent, and the lame shall stride across a mountain. Introduction to Indian Yoga. Indian Yoga is already practiced by old yatis, that is, hermits, and they have done great favor to the world to achieve perfection in the Yoga Vidya, that is, knowledge of yoga. The sages have dedicated their noble lives for the welfare of human beings. These holy sages had the sheer interest of creating love and peace of mind. Moreover, by practicing yoga, the yogi wants to take human beings to godliness. In this hectic modern age of stress and strain, the importance of yoga need not be emphasized more. The practice of yoga has become a must. Yoga brings mental peace and improves the health. Also, mental and moral upliftment of the people takes place through yogic exercise and meditation. Kaivalya Dham is the only institute in the world of yoga to give all this information regarding Yoga Vidya, that is, practicing of asanas, that is, yogic postures, mudras, pranayama, that is, breath control, and dhyana, that is, meditation. Vidyadhar Joshi has completed Diploma in Yoga Education from Kaivalya Dham Yoga Institute. He has been practicing yoga for the past 30 years and has guided a large number of men, women, and children of various ages and of different lifestyles. Vidyadhar Joshi is a national yoga champion, and he has been honored with a number of awards throughout India. Furthermore, he has conducted a number of yoga camps in the state of Maharashtra. The aspect of asanas involves attaining of various positions of limbs of the human body. This smoothens and regularizes blood circulation and helps in bringing to normal all metabolic activities of the human body. Mudra is also a practical study of specific exercise which normalizes body functions and thereby creates peace of mind. Pranayama, that is breath control, is a special study of Yoga Vidya which ultimately steadies the mind, taking it completely away from the material world. Every activity of human body and mind becomes perfect, superior, and healthy. The only aim of Yoga Vidya is that all human beings should become happy, not only happy, but they must run into raptures of joy. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. The meditative poses, Padmasana or the lotus pose. Padma means the lotus. This is the lotus posture, one of the most important and useful asanas. It is the posture for meditation. The position of the crossed legs and the erect back keeps the mind attentive and alert. The pelvic region gets greater blood supply. The pose is good for curing stiffness in the knees and ankles. Swastikasana or the auspicious pose. Swastika means auspicious. The pose is called Swastikasana because it involves crossing of the legs just above the ankles, which looks very auspicious. The lower extremities, the flexures, are greatly contracted and pressed for a considerably long time. Therefore, due to the larger blood supply, it tones up the coccygeal and sacral nerves. It is also a posture for meditation. Siddhasana or the accomplished pose. Siddha means divine being or a great sage, Mahatma, or an accomplished yogin. The pose is called Siddhasana because it is a favorite pose among great yogins. Siddhasana purifies 72,000 nadis. Nadis are small and big channels in the human body through which prana or energy passes. So, one should always practice Siddhasana. Siddhasana is recommended for practice of pranayama and meditation. The lower extremities get greater blood supply and it tones lower spine and abdominal regions. Uddiyana Bandha or the raising of the diaphragm in sitting position. Uddiyana means raising up and Bandha means contraction of particular anatomical parts of our body. Uddiyana is an exercise of the diaphragm and the ribs. Uddiyana is a very fine exercise for the abdomen. It keeps the kidneys and abdominal glands in healthy condition and tones abdominal organs. The abdominal wall becomes elastic and it increases the gastric fire. The cultural poses. Shirshasana or the topsy-turvy pose. Shirsha means the head and asana means a yogic pose. The pose is called Shirshasana because it requires the student to stand on the head. It is the basic posture and one of the important yogic asanas. Regular practice of the Shirshasana makes pure blood flow through the brain cells so that the thinking power increases. People suffering from loss of sleep, memory, and vitality have recovered with the help of regular practice of this asana. Congestion of the liver and spleen can also be relieved by establishing free blood circulation in these organs. The endocrine glands, pineal and pituitary, are richly supplied with the fresh blood, so their health increases. Sarvangasana or the pan-physical pose. Sarva means the whole and Anga means the body. The pose is called Sarvangasana because it influences the thyroid glands and through it the whole body and its functions. The symptoms of old age, seminal weakness, and sexual disorders can be controlled with the practice of Sarvangasana. Healthy blood is allowed to circulate around the neck and the chest. As the result, persons suffering from breathlessness, palpitation, asthma, and bronchitis get relief with the regular practice of Sarvangasana. Matsyasana or the fish pose. Matsya means a fish. The pose is called Matsyasana because while swimming, a person can float on water like a fish for a considerable time if he steadily lies in this posture. In Matsyasana, the dorsal region is fully extended. Also, the chest is well expanded, so breathing becomes fuller. The thyroid glands benefit a lot due to a stretching of the neck, which influence the whole body and its functions. Matsyasana increases lung capacity and costal and intercostal muscles become more flexible. Halasana or the plow pose. Hala means a plow. The pose is called Halasana because in its final position, the body resembles the shape of the Indian plow. Halasana keeps the spinal column fully elastic and the spinal nerves healthy. It is very helpful in developing strong abdominal muscles. Halasana reduces the enlarged liver and spleen. It is also useful in combating constipation, dyspepsia, and gases. The thyroid and parathyroid glands become more healthy. This asana promotes blood circulation in the vertebral column. Pavana Muktasana. Pavana means Vayu or air and Mukta means free. In this pose, the flow of Apana Vayu from the abdominal cavity becomes free and regular, which tones the intestines and organs of the abdominal cavity. It checks the growth of liver and the spleen. It also promotes the functions of the digestive and excretory systems. Pavana Muktasana removes the saturation of blood in the pelvic region and control over hypotone of the intestines. Yoga Nidrasana. Nidra means sleep, and Yoga Nidra is a state between sleep and wakefulness. It is one of the best front bending poses. It tones the kidneys, the liver, the spleen, the intestines, the gallbladder, the prostates, and the urinary bladder. Yoga Nidra removes all disorders of abdominal organs. The spine gets a full forward stretch and one feels a pleasant sensation in the back. Bhairavasana. Bhairava means the terrible. This is one of the 8 aspects of Lord Shiva. The spine receives a rich supply of blood, which increases nervous energy in the chakras situated in the spine. Hemoglobin content of the blood improves, so the body and mind become vigorous. Prone line position. Bhujangasana or the cobra pose. Bhujanga means the cobra or serpent. This pose is called Bhujangasana because the full display of it gives one the appearance of a hooded serpent or cobra under irritation with its neck dilated like a hood. The deep muscles of the back get exercised, they gain in health and keep the spine elastic. Bhujangasana considerably influences the development of abdominal muscles, and it also tones the spinal region and expands the chest fully. Ardhashalabhasana or the half locust pose. This name is not taken from any of the original yogic texts. It is the initial stage of Shalabhasana because in this asana, the practice starts by raising backward one of the legs instead of both at a time. Ardhashalabhasana is a fine exercise for the pelvis and abdomen. The pose aids digestion and relieves gastric troubles and flatulence. Shalabhasana or the locust pose. Shalabha means a locust. The pose is called Shalabhasana because it resembles that of a locust resting in the ground. Since the spine is stretched backwards, it becomes elastic and the pose relieves pain in the sacral and lumbar regions. The bladder and the prostate gland also benefit from the exercise and remain healthy. It also relieves gastric troubles and flatulence. Dhanurasana or the bow pose. Dhanu means a bow. This pose is called Dhanurasana because in this posture the body resembles a bow with the string attached to it. The trunk and the thighs represent the bow proper, whereas the hands and legs take place of the string. This asana brings back elasticity to the spine and tones the abdominal organs. Persons suffering from slip discs obtain relief by regular practice of this asana. Vajrasana or the pelvic pose. This pose is called Vajrasana because it affects the pelvis. Vajra in yogic literature means the penis. The pose does affect the whole of the pelvis, but especially the penis itself. This pose is good for meditation and pranayama. The pose cures rheumatic pains in the knees and gout, and it is also good for flat feet. Because of the stretching of the ankles and the feet, proper arches will be formed. Supta Vajrasana or the supine pelvic pose. Supta means asleep. The pose is called Supta Vajrasana because the student lies supine in this asana instead of sitting erect as in Vajrasana. The abdominal recti are fully stretched and the bowels and other abdominal viscera are considerably stimulated, the effect on the pelvic organs being greatly pronounced. It is recommended to athletes and all who have to walk or stand for long hours. Vakrasana or the twisted pose. Vakra means twisted. The pose is called Vakrasana because in taking it, the spinal column is twisted. Vakrasana can be effectively prescribed against constipation and dyspepsia. It controls enlarged and congested liver and spleen. The spinal column is best maintained by getting exercise in this twisting manner. The costal muscles become elastic and the asana promotes respiration also. Akarna Dhanurasana or the stretched bow pose. Karna means the ear and the prefix a expresses the sense of near to or towards. In this posture, the right foot is pulled up till the heel touches the ear as an archer pulls the bowstring. The abdominal muscles are contracted and it helps to move and exercise to the bowels. Minor deformities in the hip joint are also adjusted. The practice of this posture makes the leg muscles very flexible. Ushtrasana or the camel pose. Ushtra means a camel. The pose is called Ushtrasana because in its final position, the body resembles the camel. People with drooping shoulders and hunched backs will benefit especially from this asana. The whole spine is stretched back and is toned. The asana increases the efficiency of the lungs also. Baddha Padmasana. Baddha means caught. In this position, the hands are crossed at the back and the toes are caught from behind. The body is caught between the crossed legs in the front and the crossed hands behind, hence the name Baddha Padmasana. Crossing the hands behind the back expands the chest and increases the range of the shoulder movements. Tolasana. Tola means a pan of scale. The pose resembles one pan of the scales, hence this name Tolasana. Tolasana strengthens the wrists, the hands, and the abdominal walls. Parvatasana. Parvata means a mountain. In this variation of the Padmasana, the arms are stretched over the head with the fingers interlocked. Parvatasana relieves rheumatic pains and stiffness in the shoulders. It helps pre-movement and to develop the chest. The abdominal organs are drawn in and the chest expands fully. Ardha Matsyendrasana or the half Matsyendrasana pose. Ardha means half. Ardha Matsyendrasana is a milder version of Paripurna Matsyendrasana. It does not require the entire technique of the Paripurna Matsyendrasana. As a curative measure, Ardha Matsyendrasana can be effectively prescribed against constipation and dyspepsia, against enlarged and congested liver and spleen and inactive kidneys. It can also be practiced with advantage in case of the prostate and the bladder are not enlarged if one practices regularly. Paripurna Matsyendrasana. Paripurna means entire or complete. This posture was invented by Bhagavan Matsyendra, one of the pioneers of the yogic culture. Therefore, the asana is dedicated to him. It increases appetite by stimulating the gastric fire and destroys terrible diseases. When practiced, it rouses the spiritual force Kundalini and it stabilizes the moon, which is located at the roof of the palate. This asana tones the spine by supplying plenty of blood to the spinal nerves. It also increases gastric fire, helps digest food and eliminate toxins. Janu Shirasana. Janu means the knee. Shirsha is the head. In this posture, sit with one leg stretched out on the ground and the other bent at the knee. Then catch the extended foot with both the hands and place the head on that knee. This asana increases the power of digestion and tones the kidneys, the liver, and the spleen. Persons suffering from enlargement of the prostate glands will benefit by staying longer in this posture. It is also recommended for those suffering from low fever for a long time. Baddha Konasana. Baddha, as explained earlier, means caught. Kona means an angle. In this posture, sit on the floor, bring the heels near the perineum, catch the feet and widen the thighs until the knees touch the floor. Baddha Konasana is especially recommended for those suffering from urinary disorders. Gomukhasana. Go means the cow. Mukha means the face. Gomukha means one whose face resembles that of the cow. The feet also resemble ears of the cow. The pose makes the leg muscles elastic and cures cramps in the legs. It tones upper portion of the chest, arms, shoulders, and the neck. It is recommended to those having hunched back. Ekapada Shirshasana. Eka means one. Pada means a leg or foot. Shirsha means the head. The pose is called Ekapada Shirshasana because in its final display, the left thigh touches the back of the left shoulder and outer side of the lower left leg just above the ankle touches the back of the neck, and at the same time the right leg should lie straight on the floor. With the practice of this posture, the neck and the back grow stronger while the thighs and the hamstring muscles are stretched fully. The abdominal muscles are contracted and digestive power increases. Skandasana. Skanda is the name of Kartikeya, the god of war, who is the son of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. Kartikeya destroyed the demon Taraka. This asana is dedicated to him. It tones up the muscular, nervous, and circulatory systems of the entire body. This asana stops nervous trembling of the body and prevents diseases. The spine tones up and becomes elastic. Omkarasana. The pose is called Omkarasana because in its full display, the body resembles the shape of Om or Omkar, the symbol of God Ganesh, who is the god of knowledge. The legs become elastic, the abdominal muscles are contracted, and digestive power increases. The arms, shoulders, and the back grow stronger. This asana attains the sense of good balance. Chakorasana. Chakora is a bird which is said to feed on moonbeams. The pose is called Chakorasana because in its final display, the body resembles the flying position of the bird Chakora. It is a hand balancing posture, hence the arms, shoulders, and the back grow stronger. The pose develops the chest and makes breathing fuller. It also helps eliminate toxins by supplying pure blood to every part of the body. Virinchasana. Virincha is one of the names of Lord Brahma, the Supreme Being, and this pose is dedicated to him. Virinchasana strengthens the back and the neck, while the shoulder movements become more free. The thighs and the hamstring muscles are extended fully, the abdominal muscles contract, and the digestive power increases. Hanumanasana. Hanuman was the name of a powerful monkey having extraordinary strength and intellect. He was the son of Vayu, the god of wind, and Anjani. Also, he was a devoted servant of Lord Rama, the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu. This pose is dedicated to Lord Hanuman and for his fabulous leaps. This beautiful pose helps to cure sciatica and other defects of the legs. It tones the leg muscles and keeps the legs in good condition. The asana relaxes and strengthens the muscles of the thighs. Kandasana. Kanda means a knot or a root, the place near the navel where the nadis unite and separate. The spiritual force Kundalini stays above the Kanda. He who knows her knows yoga. Every muscle below the navel is exercised. This pose cures stiffness in the hips, the knees, and the ankle joints. It restores sexual energy and controls sexual desires. Standing positions. Tadasana or the Samasthiti variation 1 and 2. Tada means a mountain. Sama means upright, straight, and unmoved. Sthiti is standing still, steadiness. This pose is called Tadasana because one stands firm and erect like a mountain. This is a basic standing pose. Owing to our faulty method of standing and not distributing the body weight evenly on the feet, we acquire specific deformities which hamper spinal elasticity. However, with the help of this pose, total body weight gets equally distributed on the feet, the hips are contracted, the abdomen is pulled in, and the chest is brought forward. One feels light in the body and the mind acquires agility. Ekapada Vrukshasana. Vruksha means a tree. The pose is called Ekapada Vrukshasana because the student is required to stand on one leg only, which indicates the trunk of a tree, and the rest of the body resembles a tree. This pose tones the leg muscles and gives one a sense of balance and steady position. In attaining balance, naturally, it minimizes thoughts, hence creates peace in the mind. Garudasana. Garuda means an eagle, the king of the birds. Garudasana develops the ankles and removes stiffness in the shoulders. It is also recommended for preventing cramps in the calf muscles. It gives one a sense of good balance. Virabhadrasana. This asana is dedicated to the powerful hero Virabhadra, created by Lord Shiva from his matted hair. In this pose, the chest is fully expanded and this helps in deep breathing. It relieves stiffness in the shoulder and the back. It also tones up the ankles and knees and cures stiffness of the neck. It reduces fat round the hips. Trikonasana. Trikona. Tri means three. Kona means angles. Trikona is a triangle. This standing asana is the extended triangle pose. This asana tones the leg muscles, removes stiffness in the legs and hips. It also corrects any minor deformity in the legs and allows them to develop evenly. Trikonasana also relieves backache and neck sprains and strengthens the ankles and develops the chest. Ardha Chandrasana. Ardha means half. Chandra is the name of the moon. This pose resembles the half moon, hence the name Ardha Chandrasana. It is a very fine back bend exercise to the spine. It tones the lower region of the spine and the nerves connected with the leg muscles. This posture also strengthens the knees and cures gastric troubles along with other standing positions. Vatayanasana. Vatayana means a horse. The pose is called Vatayanasana because it resembles a horse's face. In this pose, the hip joints receive proper circulation of blood and minor deformity in the hips and the thighs can be corrected. The pose is also good for sacroiliac region. Chakrasana. Chakra means a wheel. In this posture, the body is arched back and supported on the palms and soles. This posture tones the spine by stretching it fully and keeps the body alert and supple. It strengthens the arms and wrists and has a very soothing effect on the head. The back feels full of strength and becomes strong. It also gives great vitality, energy, and a feeling of lightness. Durvasasana. Durvasa was the name of a very hot-tempered sage whose anger has become proverbial. This asana is dedicated to Durvasa. The various movements of this asana tone up the muscular, nervous, and circulatory systems of the entire body. The spine receives a rich supply of blood, which increases nervous energy in the chakras. The hemoglobin content of the blood improves and it helps to eliminate toxins by supplying pure blood. Mudras. Jnana Mudra or the symbol of knowledge. Mudra means a symbol. This one is called Jnana Mudra because the aspirant looks within himself to find the very source of his being. Sit in Padmasana, stretch the arms out straight and rest the back of the wrists on the knees. Join the tips of the index fingers to the tips of the thumbs, keeping the other fingers extended. This position of the hand is known as Jnana Mudra or the symbol of knowledge. The index finger symbolizes the individual soul and the thumb the universal soul. The union of the two symbolizes knowledge. By practicing Jnana Mudra, the senses are turned inwards and this brings a feeling of inner peace. Yoga Mudra or the symbol of yoga. The exercise is called Yoga Mudra because it is useful in awakening the Kundalini, the spiritual force. Yoga Mudra builds a powerful abdominal wall and helps the abdominal organs to be kept in their proper places. It also tones up the nervous system. Yoga Mudra relieves constipation by replacing the displaced abdominal viscera. It is also useful in overcoming seminal weakness. Spiritually, its prolonged practice helps to rouse the power of the Kundalini. Simha Mudra or the lion pose. Simha means a lion and mudra means a seal or a symbol. The pose is called Simha Mudra because in it the student imitates the lion with its jaws thrown wide apart and his tongue fully stretched out. This is dedicated to Narasimha, the man-lion incarnation of Lord Vishnu. This cures foul breath and cleanses the tongue. It is recommended to stammerers because after continued practice, speech becomes clearer. This tones the thyroid glands so that the whole body function increases. This also gives fine exercise to the tongue, the taste buds, and the throat. Resting poses. Shavasana or the dead pose. Shava means a dead body. This pose is called Shavasana because it requires complete relaxation of the muscles as in the case of a dead person. The muscles work more efficiently because of their relaxation. Besides, the whole nervous system is toned up and mental energy is considerably increased. Shavasana is useful in reducing high blood pressure. This also removes fatigue caused by other asanas and induces calmness of mind. Makrasana or the crocodile pose. Makra means a crocodile. In this pose, lie on the ground face down, chest touching the earth, both the legs stretched out, and catch the head with the arms. This is the crocodile pose. It is the resting posture and one gets full relaxation to the body and mind. This tones the pelvic portion and removes the pain due to saturation of blood during the monthly period among women. Special exercises for the stomach. Shuddhi Kriya or the cleansing processes. Uddiyana Bandha in the standing position or the raising of the diaphragm. Uddiyana means raising up and Bandha means contraction of particular anatomical parts of our body. Uddiyana is an exercise of the diaphragm and the ribs. Uddiyana is a very fine exercise for the abdomen. It keeps the kidneys and abdominal glands in a healthy condition and tones the abdominal organs. The abdominal wall becomes elastic and this also increases the gastric fire. Nauli or the isolation of the abdominal recti and Nauli Chalana or the rolling manipulation of the abdominal recti. Nauli is an abdominal exercise. Its principal feature is the isolation and rolling manipulation of the abdominal recti. Generally, it is practiced in the standing position. While maintaining Uddiyana, the student repeatedly gives a forward and downward push to the abdominal points just above the pubic bones. By this, it will isolate the recti from the adjoining muscles, and this is called Nauli Madhyama or central aspect of the Nauli. In Nauli Chalana, the abdominal muscles and organs are made to move laterally and vertically in a surging motion. It is the best exercise for preserving and promoting the health of all abdominal viscera. An excellent remedy on constipation and dyspepsia. It can also correct faulty liver, spleen, pancreas, and the kidneys. Kapala Bhati. Kapala means the forehead. Bhati means luster. In Kapala Bhati, the inhalation is slow, but the exhalation is vigorous. There is a split second of retention after each exhalation. Kapala Bhati activates and invigorates the liver, the spleen, the pancreas, and the abdominal muscles. The digestion increases and the sinuses are drained, because of which the eyes feel cool. Pranayama or breath control. Pranava Mudra. The special arrangement of the right hand is required while doing this mudra. In this, bend the right arm at the elbow, bend the index and middle fingers towards the palm. Bring the ring and little fingers towards the thumb. Pranava Mudra, it takes very important role while doing pranayama. Nadi Shodhana or Anuloma Viloma Pranayam. Nadi is the tubular organ of the body, like an artery or vein for the passage of prana. Shodhana means purifying or cleansing. Thus, Nadi Shodhana, Pranayama, is the purification of the nerves. Sit in Padmasana. Inhale through the left nostril by closing the right with the thumb. Exhale through the right nostril by closing the left one. Again, inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left. This completes one cycle of Nadi Shodhana or Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. Shitali Pranayam. Shitala means cool. It is called Shitali Pranayam because it cools the system. Sit In Padmasana, keep the vertebral column, head and neck erect. Then perform the Jnana Mudra with both the hands. Open the mouth and form the lips into an O. The sides and the tip of the tongue should be lifted and curled up. Protrude the curled tongue out of the lips and draw in the air through the curled tongue and fill the lungs completely. Here, the air is drawn as if through a pipette. Then lower the head. The chin should rest in the jugular notch, which is called Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath for few seconds, then exhale slowly through both the nostrils. This cools the system and soothes the eyes and the ears. This also activates the liver and the spleen and improves digestion and relieves thirst. Hari Om Tat Sat. 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 Hari Om Tat Sat.